What's cracking, everybody? Wanted to do a quick video, a story I saw this morning that I found very interesting, and it's coming out of a lot of different news outlets. Not sure where the original story broke, but I found it very interesting and a little bit disturbing. Apparently, the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, is missing key information of who owns or ownership of 1/3 of the 357,000 private and commercial aircraft. A huge a huge gap in.
Why are you laughing at that? Because you just can't believe it?
I can't believe it.
Really
I mean, it's huge. Yeah. Okay, everybody, hold on a second. That would be. Everybody knows who that is. Heather would be in the video with me, but she is currently indisposed. She is.
Oh, shut off again. God.
She's in the hot tub. You want to wave, honey?
Hi, YouTube.
So, yeah. So anyway, I just figured I'd do a quick vlog on this. It's really disturbing. I mean, you would think, we look at some of the things that Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security, and the government are being very draconian on. I mean, look at WikiLeaks. This just the video that a lot of talented YouTubers just put together in support of WikiLeaks. You know, look at anything, any kind of information that's put out by an alternative news source or something that will get shut down, something that will be criticized, mocked, and basically people's lives who will be turned upside down and forced to either stop what they're doing, you know, or they get ruined or they get ridiculed or something like that publicly. And what's terrible about that is, you know, where in the fuck was Department of Homeland Security on this? I mean, how could they not know? How could the Federal Aviation Administration be missing 1/3 or 119,000 documents of ownership on aircrafts? How is that even possible? Now, how long have it?
Just think, you have a 1 in 3 chance when you're in the air that the FAA doesn't know where your plane came from, who owns it, what recalls on it, nothing. They have nothing on it. 1 in 3 planes when you fly.
And that's terrible. I mean, that's more disturbing than any other statistic I've ever heard or anyone's ever thrown out about air travel. And what's really amazing about this is to think about how long has this gap in knowledge been there? How far back does this lack of accountability, lack of recorded documents go? I mean, if you think about it in terms of like of 9/11, it's just amazing. What if those were planes that were undocumented?
Here they're scanning people's bodies to get on a plane, yet they don't know who owns the plane or what records are on it.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Heather's absolutely right. It's pathetic. Why isn't Department of Homeland Security all over this?
It's not about security. When will people realize it's not about security? It's not about security.
I was about to turn around the camera. She's sitting up. She's sitting up, so she doesn't want to be seen.
No porn on YouTube.
But I don't know. It's just insane. According to the article, now I'm reading one off of NPR, just a quick little snippet. About 119,000 of the aircraft on the U.S. registry have questionable registration because of missing forms, invalid addresses, unreported sales, of course, or other paperwork problems. According to the FAA, in many cases, the FAA cannot say who owns the plane or even whether it is still flying or has been junked.
My God.
What? If that's not the biggest what the fuck you've ever heard, then
Holy shit.
it's insane. So this is ridiculous. Let's shine the light. Let's shine some light of as far as transparency on this shit. You know, let's shine some light in this little dark corner and see how far back it goes. See how deep it goes. Let's have some additional regulation or some accountability in this regard. I mean, this is, you know, an organization like the Federal Aviation Administration should not be that lax. Should not be. I mean, this is unacceptable.
Well, no,
so
we don't lose the names of the people who are flying on the plane on the red list. You know, on the do not fly list, right?
You know, and this also. Let me just make a little, just for myself. Let me just put this out there. This speaks volumes to me in regards to the entire notion of this perceived terror threat. Look at the fact that there's a third of the planes aren't even accounted. And how many terrorist attacks have we seen in planes in the past 10 years? One. So what does that say about this perceived terror attack? You know, the war on terror, this whole fear-mongering campaign. Look what's happened. A third of these planes are not accounted for at all, and yet we've seen no major... you would think that the individuals who know that these planes aren't accountable are under-the-table sales, some sort of, you know, doctored transactions so they can get the sale of a plane that's not registered. You would think that terrorists would be all over that so they could fly planes into buildings everywhere, but they haven't. So what does that tell you about perceived threats? So just a little something to throw out there for everybody to discuss amongst themselves. So that's it. I just wanted to make a quick vlog on that. And say bye, honey.
Bye.
We got lots of important things to do. All right, everybody take care. Peace. We'll talk to you soon. All right, honey, repeat what you just said to me.
I said I didn't look like the hooker in that Julia Roberts movie, and what was that other guy's name that was in there?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman, that's it.
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're my Richard Gere.
She just asked me if she seemed or looked like a dumb hooker in the hot tub.
Look, you're taking me to see Wicked tonight in Chicago. And a fancy schmancy dinner at Maggiano's.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, a girl's got to get ready. I just didn't have time to vlog.
Okay.
Can I be your pretty woman?
Sugar daddy and dumb hooker out.